Michigan State. You have ties to Michigan State, right, Z? You have ties to Michigan State.
Jerry, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Connor, correct?
Yes, correct.
And Damon?
He was out talking. Not really sure.
So 3 road matches. How was that?
Yeah. Well, our Elite Eight game was at home.
Yeah, we put first game
and the Elite Eight
Elite
game.
Eight. So.
Oh, that's right. Because of the upset.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, we want to welcome the Michigan State Spartans. Congratulations on getting here, guys. And it's been a heck of a run, and we welcome you to Santa Barbara. The media here will ask questions after Coach's opening statement here. Damon Rensing, head coach for Michigan State, Connor Corrigan, and DeJuan Jones. So, Coach, we'll start with you.
All right, well, first of all, obviously we're excited to be here. Looks like a great environment, and very proud of our program. It's been 50 years since we've been back to the Final Four. I think that's probably a Division I record. It's probably been 50 days since we wore shorts and a T-shirt in Michigan. So once again, we're excited to be here. I've been very proud of this team. I think they've won a lot of different ways. So if you look back at our 4 NCAA tournament games, we've won 2-0. We've went up 1-0. Louisville comes back and ties us. We win in overtime. We've grinded out a 1-0 win on the road at Georgetown, and yet went down against James Madison and came back and won 2-1. So I think this team, along with 2 of our captains, Connor and DeJuan, have shown great resiliency and leadership. And so we'll certainly need that against a very good Akron team. Interesting enough, we're probably the only team in the Final Four that we've actually played all 3 teams in the Final Four. We play Akron every year, non-conference, and I certainly play Indiana and Maryland. So it was a very good match on a Tuesday night in East Lansing. Akron won 2-1. I think both teams had different players that played in that game, and I think both teams are playing at a higher level towards the end of the year. But I think you'll see some similar styles, but I think the execution and level of play in tomorrow night will be better on both sides. Any questions?
And we will ask the media to introduce yourselves and your affiliate for the coaches and players.
Yeah, Arthur Wilkie, KCSB. Connor, so this side of the bracket has had a little bit more adversity than the other side, as they've had 3 clean sheets, both of them. But, it's been a fight for both of you to get here. So could you talk about that journey to get here and what do you expect out of Akron?
We expect a very good Akron team. They're playing some of their best soccer of the season. But yeah, it's been a kind of a weird postseason for this whole side of the bracket. But just us sticking together, just playing for each other, as we never had a doubt that we'd be here. So we're really excited to play a tough Akron team.
Yeah, I also saw the video of you guys boarding the team bus in Michigan and a lot of fans surrounding the entire team. So what was that like for you guys? And Coach, what would you like to say to the fans that supported you there and that will be here in Santa Barbara?
Yeah, we've had a great alumni support. One of the things that has been, I think, a positive is myself has been the head coach for 10 years, and then former head coach who's out here, Joe Baum, was the head coach for 32 years, and I was an assistant for 10. So we've got 42 years of consistency with our alumni base, and I played there as well too. So I think that's really helped. Alumni support will get them coming out. The athletic department at Michigan State has been phenomenal on how they've supported us in all aspects. I mean, we had Tom Izzo, who's a pretty popular sports figure, come out and send the team off. I don't know how many schools have a basketball coach that's been to Final Fours and won national championships that would come out and send their soccer team off. But everybody, not just Tom, the student athletes, and everybody's been behind us, and it's been a great feeling.
Coach, at the beginning of
Go
the,
ahead, Barry.
at the beginning of the season with this group, you got to deal with the Elite Eight last year. Did you think you can get over that hump and get to the Final Four? Was that the belief?
That was the belief, and that was the thought right from the start. I mean, we got to the quarterfinals. We lost to Indiana in penalty kicks. We returned, I think, 8 starters. So we started, it's been kind of a roller coaster season, but we started in the top 5, 7 nationally ranked and stayed there for a good first third of the season. And then the second third struggled to score some goals and also played Akron, Indiana, and Maryland. We beat one of them. And so 3 of our 4 losses are to the teams that are in the Final Four. So at first we were a little disappointed with those results, but as the tournament has played out, they're not quite as bad as maybe we've seen. And then we've got our scoring feeling back. I think DeJuan's really been electric on setting guys up and pushing guys back. Sarakowski's gotten it going. And so now we're kind of getting back right to where we started, where we'll probably finish ranked at least in the top 4 in the country. So it's been not the way we'd have predicted, but I think that journey's been harder. And I think the fact that we've gone through that adversity will hopefully prepare us for this weekend.
And JR.
Coach, you mentioned it. Both you and Akron are basically playing different players at this point in the season from when you previously met. What's your expectation going into tomorrow night to what Akron's going to try to do against you guys?
Well, like I said, we play Akron every year. Jared does a really good job. Akron moves the ball very well. Their wingbacks get very high. Egbo only played maybe the last 20 minutes against us. I think Harder is playing a little higher up the field. I think this is the most practical Akron team I've seen. I mean, I've seen them take goal kicks. Usually they play out of the back, every play, and they've went longer at times. I think it's a credit to Jarrett because he recognizes what he has, and it's a very good combination. So you'll see that it's a very good Akron team. They've got good players, but I think our familiarity will help us.
And Mark?
Yeah, this is for DeJuan. Mark Patton, Santa Barbara News Press. I'm sure when you left Michigan, you were wearing a coat at that send-off party. It's going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow. Are you excited about that? What kind of difference does it make?
Well, we were playing our best soccer in the beginning of the season in the warm weather. So I think we'll get back to that tomorrow, and we're looking forward to playing under some sun.
And Barry, and then Arthur.
Hey, Coach, what do you say is the strength of this team?
Well, we've got good senior leadership. We've only given up 17 goals, I think, all year. I just think they're together. It's a very united group, and I think they are willing to kind of put the team first. And Connor's a great example. I mean, he's been hurt. He plays probably more than he should against Maryland in the regular season to win, and that ends up setting him back for a couple weeks. But he would do it again if it means the team wins. And then to see Connor come back and have the game-winning assist against James Madison. So I think that's telling. I think we are prepared because we played in a lot of these types of matches. We haven't played in a Final Four yet. We have played in quarterfinal matches, and we played in big environments. So hopefully they'll be ready for that as well.
Connor, Coach, just beat me to it, but you're one of the captains on this team, and who have you seen develop and grow the most on this squad this year?
I'd say just our senior group as a whole. We replaced a very important senior group last year who did a very good job of leading us to the Elite Eight. So to see not only guys like DeJuan and Jimmy Haig step up, but our entire senior class as a whole fill that leadership void and help get us to a Final Four, I think is pretty special.
And John Zant from The Independent, and then JR.
Will any of your rowdies be able to make it out here?
I don't know if they'll make it. I think you'll have some fans. The good thing is there probably won't be any snowballs thrown. But they've been great. For those that don't know, we have the Red Cedar River kind of rolls right behind our goal and rolls through campus. So that's how the name the Red Cedar Rowdies came about. And they've been great all year. So hopefully a few of them make it out. We are entering finals week next week, and the student cost to get a flight to Santa Barbara might be a little bit more. I wish I could fly them out there myself, but they've been awesome.
Question, JR.
For the players, 3 Big Ten teams in the Final Four. What does that sort of say about your conference?
I think it says a lot. I think it just shows that teams in the conference are built for the tough environment and the tough games. And I think it speaks volumes to what the conference has been able to do in the postseason.
Yeah, the Big Ten, for me at least, is one of the best conferences in the country, if not the best. And there's a lot of great teams within the conference. So the 3 teams can make it this far. It's pretty special, and yeah, it's good.
Well, I've got one for the players here, and then Coach, if you'd answer the same question. This is obviously a much different setting. This is new territory for you guys here in Santa Barbara. It's a College Cup. With that being said, since you've played these three teams already this year, once the match kicks off tomorrow night against Akron, and if you guys make it to the championship match, are you going to be able to say to yourselves, okay, this is just another match against an opponent with whom we're familiar?
Yeah, absolutely. I think us being familiar with the opponent is important, and even though emotions will certainly be high because it is a Final Four match, we know once the whistle blows, it's just another soccer game that we've played in before. So I think that'll help us a lot.
Yeah, we've done a really good job so far on the road. So this is like a road game for us. So just continuing that winning record on the road will be important for us.
And Coach, I know it's your hope that these guys settle into the match and say, we know these guys.
Yeah, I think the first 15 minutes will be important for both teams. You know, we do have the best road record, I believe, of the four teams at 7-1-1, or at least the fewest losses of the four teams. So I don't know that, but I think our senior leadership. I think the fact that we play a tough non-conference schedule with playing Notre Dame and Akron every year, and like these guys have said, playing in the Big Ten Conference, and it's not just playing against Maryland and Indiana. I think we have some of the best coaches, even the teams that at Wisconsin, Northwestern. So all those teams prepare us for different styles that we've faced in this NCAA tournament, and so I think hopefully we'll be ready.
One more question, guys. All right, I'll ask. When you prepare these guys for this kind of environment, for the veteran players who have been around the program and enjoyed the successes of the program more than the younger players, what is the challenge for you to even have the veteran players understand who have never been to this before, this is what this is?
Well, I don't think you can get them ready in a week. You know, I think you have to get them ready by, again, how we've played our conference and non-conference games. That's what's really going to prepare them. I think you got to kind of work a fine line as far as, you know, you can't grip too tight and make this feel like it's life or death, and yet you can't be so relaxed that, you know, we're just out here for a stroll in the park either. So I've been able to try to balance that. I think, you know, talking to other coaches that have been here, talking to Tom Izzo, who's not really the best soccer coach, but he's had some experience in Final Fours and these types of environments, and so I've done a lot of that just to kind of get a feel, and that's what we've been focused on.
All right, well, we want to congratulate you guys. Welcome to Santa Barbara. Job well done. It's not done yet, but best of luck tomorrow night in your match against Akron. Coach, thank you. Players, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you much.
Appreciate it.